Hey, what's going on, guys? I just got to Atlanta, and I'm chiming in a way that I wanted to chime in earlier, just couldn't. But the stock market's been going crazy today, as you guys saw. Basically, you might have noticed that early this morning, you saw a tremendous surge in the market. I think almost 1,000 points, and there were some reasons for that. And then you saw a dip, a major drop in the market, and then you saw a surge to end the day, another 1,000 points up. I'm not going to necessarily, maybe later on in the Black Business School, I'll do a lecture to kind of break down sort of what was going on in each of those incidents. But what I'll do for now is tell you guys a little bit about what's going on and what I'm seeing. I'm doing lots of research on what's driving the market dynamics right now. And here are some facts that you may want to sort of keep in mind with your portfolio. One, I mentioned to you guys that I've been buying. I just tend to buy dips, not because I know exactly what's going to happen or which stocks are going to go up or down, but because historically buying dips has been a winning strategy. The problem is that sometimes when you're buying the dip, you run out of cash before you hit the bottom of the dip, which means you got to wait longer to get a return on your investment. But historically, if you're holding stocks over a 10-year, 20-year horizon, these things kind of wash themselves away to some extent and end up with a general upward trend. And so with that said, though, here are some specific dynamics economically that are happening that are driving market behavior. One is you have the oil situation with Saudi Arabia. When that occurred, when the shock of Saudi Arabia's behavior in their negotiation with Russia drove prices like into the toilet, I instantly felt like that was an overreaction. I felt like that was the market reacting to what I perceive to be a temporary situation. I find it hard to believe that neither the Saudis nor the Russians would go back to the table when both of them had so much at stake in their negotiations over the price of oil. I just didn't feel like that was going to be something that was going to be sustainable, and I felt at the very least the market would kind of calm down and come back to a senses the next day, and that's what happened. The next day you saw the price of oil go back up a little bit, and then you saw stock prices kind of move because of that. The other important thing to understand is that the reason I believe stock buyers have the benefit right now is because you got some quality companies that are experiencing emotional reactions from the fear of the coronavirus, not reactions to what the virus has already done, but reactions to what they think it might do. That's kind of a weird thing because these are very solid companies that are now being sold at a massive discount, and a lot of the experts are saying to buy. The only thing I've been hearing is that rather than buy, some of them are saying, most of them are saying you should buy some of these major companies, these strong companies like Home Depot, companies like that. But they're also saying that the dip isn't over. They believe that we could go down as low as 30% off the previous high. So it hasn't hit 30%. I think we hit about 18 to 20% off the previous high. So I'm a big buyer right now. The other piece is that you have some factors that are at your back. You have the Fed. The Fed is watching this closely. The Fed is going to do all it can to fight off a recession. The recession's coming. It's going to happen. The second piece is that you have the administration, the Trump administration. They tend to back up investors. They back up businesses. And so Trump went out and announced a payroll tax cut as a stimulus idea. Now, there are a million things they could have done in terms of stimulating the economy, but a guy like a Trump is going to stimulate business owners because he's a business owner, so he wants the wealthy people to do well first, right? That's just who he is. So ultimately, what that means to me is that given you got these factors, you got the Fed at your back, you got the administration backing you up, you've got time on your side. If you're a long-term investor, I don't see why a person would not buy. I'm not telling you what to buy because I don't give investment advice on this platform, but what I do is tell you what I'm doing, and I'm buying. I bought a lot of stock. I took a lot of my cash and put it back in, but I don't tend to sell stock unless it's for either two reasons I sell my stock. One is I just need the cash to do something that I'm trying to do, maybe make a financial move, buy a property or something like that, or I found a better investment, which is actually really one reason. I said it as two reasons, but actually it's one reason. Usually I need the cash to make a better investment, so that might mean going to buy some property so I can diversify, or maybe taking that money, putting it into my business because I see an opportunity. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I assume some of you saw a surge in your portfolio. If you're one of my students and you've been investing consistently the way I've taught you in class, then you probably saw a surge in your portfolio. And so if you haven't started investing, I encourage you to look into it. So feel free to take a look at my stock market investing investing program, you can go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com, THE, that's theblackstockmarketprogram.com, and you can get a $1 trial for the first 30 days, so feel free to go give that a try. So I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Please hit the thumbs up button, and have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.